Welcome back to IdleTalk. We're back in the grand state of New Jersey.
The best state.
The Baltimore era has ended. Favorite just spilled some water all over himself. There's construction going on. As we've been giving you a heads up for like 5-6 weeks now. So if you hear that, we apologize for the inconvenience, but you're gonna listen anyway.
It's gonna go off once in a while.
Favorite has been hearing this for 5 or 6 weeks. You'll hear it for the first time today, maybe. But please send out your love and support to Fabian's mental stability it's been driving him crazy.
No, it's good now.
Oh, he's good now. So
he's become like second nature.
He's an abuse victim now. So
much.
he was going through it for the 5 or 6 weeks, but now he's got Stockholm syndrome.
Exactly.
To where he enjoys the noise. He's being built by the noise, molded by the noise. And so our condolences to Fabian as we lose him into this madness of...
If you hear it, you might not.
If you hear it. Because if we're talking more, it'll just be like drowned away. Yeah. It'll be like a little faint
Unless
thing.
It's loud as fuck.
Like and he starts jackhammering shit or something like that, then we apologize again. We're so sorry. But we're wireless mics today, okay? Because Fernando is an idiot, okay? So I packed. Let me give them a story. I packed my suitcase, my thing for the microphone, so it was protected.
Did you leave it in Baltimore?
No, the wire pouch is in my house. I saw it as I was, because I got a new bed frame, so now it has either two options. You can have two beds. Yeah. Like, you can pull a bed out so a guest can stay there. Yeah. Or you can put a little flat piece of wood there and make it like a storage thing. So I put my my leather bag there, my backpack there, and my wires in my pocket. So I just set it up, close, and I go. Okay. And I saw the pouch today, and I was like, I don't need that. Like, I didn't pick it up. I didn't grab it.
You needed it.
But it's because I was setting up my backpack like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, I got a random micro USB to USB-C cable in here. I was like, I'll keep that shit in there. What if I ever need it? And then the day came that I needed it, and it's nowhere to be found, nowhere to be seen.
What did you replace it with in the bag?
Huh?
What'd you replace it with in the bag? What's in the bag instead of
nothing? I wasn't replacing anything. I was just looking through the bag. I'm doing like a little inventory check because I carry the mics with me, and I need at least one USB-C cable. I carry a brick with me, and I'm like, oh shit, a micro USB cable. So I just was like, all right, let me just put that back. You never know when I'm gonna need it. So I'm surprised it's not there, because I haven't really used my backpack. I've been like kind of working from home lately.
Since Baltimore?
So I've just been chilling at home doing stuff. So. And then making these edits. So I figured out that I could put the editing software on my laptop because it's a M1 MacBook. So it'll let you use iPad apps on there. So I was doing that. And it definitely, because I'm so used to like fucking doing with my fingers and shit. So like I got a mouse. So I got a new mouse too to help me.
You should use the pen.
I can't use the pen on this.
You can't?
No, this is not a touchscreen like computer.
Oh. The one with the little touchpad is. Remember when they made it with the touch bar?
Yeah, for like 1 year, and then they said, actually, this is canceled. Yeah. So yeah, I left the cables at home. It's always there. And I was like, let me bring my tripod adapter. I'm like, what if we need that today? And you had one. Yeah. Cause with the other tripod, and I was like, oh. I brought the one thing we didn't need, and I should have taken. And luckily, I grabbed the wireless mic, so I got this case for them. It doesn't come with this. It just comes in like a little pouch. I don't know what that is. I don't know what this is. Zigxiong. GG Sin. I think that's the company name. But it charges them.
Oh, that's cool.
It charges them. And it's like, so I was like, I saw these today.
Oh, this fuzzy bit isn't supposed to be on it?
No. This is just for like wind and like, if you're like breathing into it, it'll try to cut out most of it. So I brought this. I was like, hey, you never know what I might need. I thought we were going to make gym content or something. I'm like, we never know. We never know we're going to need this.
Usually we use them for minis now.
Yeah, so, because you'd be just chilling, laying down, or like fucking doing shit with your hands, so.
A lot.
So luckily I brought these, because this would.
How was it for you when you came back from Baltimore?
I was chilling.
Like coming from that environment to home.
Back to my crib?
What's the difference?
Well, I got a bed frame, so like I was like in my DIY era, I was building it.
So you got home and you really started building shit?
Yeah. So I didn't really notice the depression setting in from having the freedom.
I got sick.
Oh, work?
When I got home, yeah.
What'd you get sick from?
Work.
Damn, those.
And I needed money, so I didn't stop working.
Dirty ass New Jerseyans.
I didn't stop working. I was sick as shit.
Filthy ass New Jerseyans.
But I made the money back from.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I just need to make more money to
save.
But yeah.
Save money. Live fresh, Subway.
Is that their slogan?
No, I have no idea what their slogan
I know
is.
Eat Fresh is. I don't know about save money.
Okay.
Live better, Walmart.
All right, favorite. We're gonna catch up a little bit more.
Okay.
We went to the gym today for the first time in like 3-ish weeks.
Together,
You've been
yeah.
going.
I've been going.
You've been
yeah.
going separately. I've been
Either
going separately,
alone
but
or
today.
with people from work. Yeah.
Oh, you go alone now?
Mm-hmm.
Alone? You got your own membership?
Yeah, my
That's
gym.
crazy.
My boxing gym has a membership.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I can still use the gym.
But you've been going to the gym. I've been seeing your Instagram stories every other day, like gym name. And I'm like, okay. I haven't seen one of those gyms in a while. I'm surprised New Jersey still has one.
I'm trying out here to better myself.
He's out here. Today he benched 225. Shit was crazy. Bro did it so fast, like you couldn't even see him put it down and put it back up. That's how fast it was.
I didn't realize it did that.
No.
Oh.
No, I'm talking about when you were holding it.
Oh, yeah.
So we did this thing. It was like I don't know what the official name of the exercise is, but I've seen it with bodybuilders and like strong guys, where they just hold like the weight of the bench of the bar for like 10 to like 30 seconds. And I think you got like 10 seconds at least
that
today.
Was heavy, yeah.
Yeah, and you were like shaking violently. You're like, Urgh. I was like, as soon as it starts going down, I got 10, you. Yeah. I was like, as soon as it goes down, I got you. Don't worry about it. But
yeah, so we went to the gym. We did chest mostly, right?
Yeah, chest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we did all chest. We did all parts of the chest. So there's three chests.
Bench.
We did a middle chest, upper chest, and like a lower chest with the machine at the end.
Yeah.
And then we did the pec fly, which kind of incorporated all three.
And then cardio.
Yeah, and cardio. Yeah. I was on Instagram posting reels while Faber was on the Stairmaster.
Dying.
Yeah, I mean.
Max speed for 15
He
minutes.
He was running up the Stairmaster. Bro broke it. He overheated the Stairmaster.
No, I didn't. I was just sweating. I got off of it and I was like, die.
Yo, you look. I turned off the TV because I wanted to be a narcissist and look at myself. But then all I can see is your face perfectly as you were doing. So the whole time I saw you, like I saw the different stages of exhaustion for you.
It was fun at first, but
yeah,
as time went on, it got a lot worse.
And then you were like, "Oh God, this was a mistake. Why did I do this?"
I was supposed to do 30 minutes.
Oh, you were?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I would have been bored as fuck.
But then at 15, I was like, "Oh, I'm done."
I thought you said 15 minutes originally. You're like, "Oh, I got only 15 minutes." I'm like, "All right, cool. I'll just walk, post the clips, make shit."
It's supposed to be 30, but I only got 15.
You should do cardio with my sister. She will out
30 minutes.
She will out cardio you.
Yeah, anyone can out cardio me, bro.
No, but I feel like you would be like inclined to finish at the same time.
No.
You'd be like, "Let's go." You'd be like, "Oh God, I'm dying."
Nah, bro. I listen to my body. My body's like, "We're done." I'm like, "All right, we're done, dog."
Bro,
I'm not trying to break my body, bro. I'm already like
what else?
broken.
Exactly. So just break it some more. Come back stronger.
Nah, bro.
You're not gonna break it. It's just like.
I'm getting up there in age, dog. I can't be doing crazy shit.
Bro's almost 30 and he's like, I gotta humble myself, guys. I can't be pushing myself.
Yeah. What if I break my back doing some dumb shit and then I just have a broken back for the rest of my
life? How are you
life?
gonna break your back doing what are you doing?
I don't know.
The only reason I can see you breaking your back is squatting with your boys.
That's what I'm saying. Like doing some dumb shit. I feel like I'd ruin it. Trying to be like, maybe I could get this weight and then fucking myself.
See, but I feel like whenever I tell you to do a new weight, it's because I have the judgment, a good enough judgment to see if you're capable to. But I feel like with anybody else, I'm not too sure what their judgment is like. So I can see yourself breaking your back with somebody else as opposed to breaking your back with me.
Well, with me, when I work out alone or with other people, I usually like pace myself. And then I'll be like, oh, this was this amount of heavy. I could probably do a little bit more. Yeah. And then I'll do that little bit more and I'm like, this is it. This is the cap. If I go higher than this, I'm going to hurt myself. Yeah. And that's usually how I can tell the difference between...
Yo, take off your watch. Keep slamming it.
The difference between... like hurting myself and like actually working out and making it like sore, because I always want to go to the gym and then be sore the next day, at least, so that for me at least it makes me feel like I actually did something. There was something in my body that was like, oh, it works.
But do you know soreness is not an indication of a good workout?
I've been told two different stories now.
So there's a lot of like
there's people who told me what you told me, and then there's people that are like, nah, you need to be sore.
No,
or else you're
there's
not doing
enough science out there where both sides are correct.
Oh,
so there's also stories of like, so all my life I've bench squatted, deadlift, and I've never stretched for any of those activities. And there's studies out there that if you stretch, you do micro tears in your body, and then when you do those movements, let's say you go a little bit too heavy than you're supposed to, that's when you hurt yourself. And then there's also studies for people who don't stretch before those movements and hurt themselves because they don't stretch. And so there's enough science out there for both sides to be true.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one hypothesis was proven this way, and the other one was proven the other way.
Because recently, like, I was talking to somebody about the gym, and I was like, oh, it's nice that, like, the more I work out, the fact that the workouts don't hurt as much the next day. And they're like, oh, you're not working hard enough. And I was like, what? They're like, yeah, you gotta be sore. And I was like, I thought it was the opposite.
You don't gotta be
sore. And I was like, and they're like, nah, bro, you're doing it wrong. And I was like, what?
Nah.
I'm like, one person is telling me to stop, that once you're not being sore, it's a good thing because you're getting used to the weights and your body's getting used to it. And then another person's like, nah, you a pussy.
There's an indication. See, that's the problem. Because one guy is like being like, oh, I'm getting stronger. It's, it's easier. And it's like, you're being a bitch.
It's like,
you need to be doing
heavier.
400 pounds right
like,
now.
Yo, lift heavier until it hurts. And I'm like, okay. So now I at least try to I'll keep doing the workout till like failure, because then I know that by the next day, something will be sore. Will be sore. And I'm like, okay, I worked this out.
An indication of what you did the previous day. You don't have to do. You don't have to do that. Again, like you say, listen to your body. I feel like if you do that, doesn't matter if you fall in the side of like, oh, I'm sore every day, I like it, or oh, I'm not too sore today. That means I'm getting stronger. Whatever makes your body feel right, then just go ahead and do that.
Like right now, recently, like what I've been doing is I work till failure, and then I'm usually not sore the day of. It's the day after, and then I'm like, oh, and then I complain about it the whole fucking day about how much pain I'm in. But I do it to myself constantly. Yeah. So I'll do that. I work hard enough where I know I'm chilling for the day. Like, I'm chilling right now, but I know tomorrow when I gotta go up and get ready for work and go to the gym, I'm gonna be in pain. But it's worth it, because, progress. I'm getting better.
Yeah, you're getting stronger. You're getting stronger. I mean, you're sore, but you're getting stronger.
Exactly.
See, me, I'm only physically sore is when I'm with BJ and we do everything in one day. So we'll do legs, back, shoulders, biceps, upper chest, lower chest, middle chest, hamstrings, quads.
Whole body workouts in a day, and then scheduling the fact that you'll go again tomorrow is stupid. I did that once, and I was like, "Oh, this is the worst idea I've ever had in my life."
So if you go again, lift anything the next day, you could just do very light. Like
I literally couldn't lift anything because of how sore I was. I was like, "This is stupid."
So
it literally happened in Baltimore.
Oh yeah,
where I got so sore to the point where I was like, "I can't do anything now. This is dumb."
No, but
I was like, I'm just sitting in a fucking sauna now doing nothing because of how
that's
fucking much
beneficial
pain I'm in.
though. That's not doing nothing.
I was in pain, bro.
But like when you were in there, you're supposed to be like rubbing your muscles, or like rubbing your quad.
I was just sitting there like chilling, letting my muscles relax.
You could have been in there the whole time, and it would have been beneficial.
I couldn't.
For you. Why? You were hot?
It tells you like time limit. Yeah, it's like don't.
Were you in there for 30 minutes?
I was in there for like half an hour, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna get out because I don't want to do whatever the fuck it's telling me not to do to myself.
I mean, some people spend hours in there though.
Yeah,
but that's on them. That's on them. Whatever they do.
What are you sitting there for an hour? After 30 minutes, I was bored as shit.
Yeah.
And then I tried to use my phone. And it was like,
you couldn't.
Nah.
You couldn't.
It was like it's way too hot in here to use your phone.
Yeah, I told you not to bring it in there. I was gonna fuck up.
It was just like next to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever. But when I went to go pick it up after the 30 minutes, because I was using it as a timer, and I was like, it was like phone is too hot to use, and I was like. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you should have probably used the Apple Watch as a timer, but there's no way you could use your phone.
I don't bring my Apple Watch when I work out with you because the wrist wraps. Otherwise, I do wear it.
But today, we went to get bagels. Right, breakfast bagels.
We did after the gym. Yeah.
After the gym. So we did the cardio, we did everything. I was like, I want a breakfast sandwich. And we went on Google, and the bagel house, local in the area, was open. So we went over there.
It was like 3-minute drive.
It was a $1 sign. On the maps, so I was like, we're over there quick
Good
and easy.
bagel, bro.
We go in there. I order an everything bagel, as he's still making his decision, with bacon, egg, and cheese, and I wanted them to add the sausage. I remember eating that in high school.
I didn't make a decision.
Yeah, you said, give me that too.
It's because you ordered, and then she started looking at me, and I was like, just give me whatever you got, bro. Because I was still looking at the menu. And I was like, don't put pressure on me, because I'm going to be here all fucking day looking at this shit. Just give me the same shit.
It didn't help that some girl came in immediately after us, and we were just, I was like, when I saw her walking to the door, I was like, fuck, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want.
And she knew exactly what she wanted. She walked in and ordered. And I was sitting there staring at the menu. So I was just like, give me whatever you got, bro. I'll eat it.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was.
You liked it?
It was really good.
Did you like do you like sausage?
I do like sausage, yeah.
Because my sister doesn't like sausage at all. So
really,
I only eat it when she's not around.
But sausage is great.
I don't know what the point is.
Bacon and sausage are good, and they were together.
Mm-hmm. So we got that on everything bagel. You got some beet juice, beet and carrot juice. Yeah. Can you describe what that felt like? How did that feel? What did it taste like? How do you feel now? Like
grainy vegetables, if it makes sense.
Ew, like sand.
Kind of
vegetables
I feel like
dropped it in the sand.
I feel like beets and carrots are grainy vegetables. So even in the juice, there was mad like pulpy grains and stuff, and I was like, gross.
Ew.
And it wasn't sweet because beets aren't sweet. I mean, they're kind of sweet, but not really. And carrots aren't really that sweet. No. So, but I wanted the beet orange one, but I'm allergic to oranges, so I couldn't get it.
I'm glad I didn't grab any of those juices,
I was like, that beet orange probably tastes mad good because oranges are sweet, so it's probably really good together. But I drank it and it was fine. Like, I've had nastier shit in my mouth.
Hey yo, pause, bro.
I've had sea moss in my mouth, bro. And that shit tastes bad. Hey, but I do it every morning, so.
That's gross.
A little bit of beet juice ain't gonna hurt me.
So I got a Tropicana Island Punch. I didn't know they sold that flavor.
I didn't either.
It was good as fuck. Okay, so we go out, and this is how I described the story to my sister. I was like, I wanted to be Instagram aesthetic and like sit in the trunk and like eat a sandwich. Just people watch, watch the cars drive by.
I do it a lot.
Yeah, it's nice.
I go to my roof and I go to smoke.
Go up there?
Yeah, you want to go up? Yeah. I can show you. I go up there and I sit on the roof and I just smoke and people watch. And it's so fun. You don't understand how many people don't look up, ever. Like, and they do the most embarrassing shit when they're by themselves, when nobody's watching and shit. It is so fun to people watching. Nobody's not in a weird way. Like, I don't watch.
You're not out there jerking off and shit.
I'm just watching.
Coming on people like, God damn, a bird shit on me.
I'm just watching people walk on the crossings, on the sidewalk with their dogs and shit. Yeah. And it's funny what they do. But yeah, like you're saying, it's fun to just sit there and watch people.
So that was my intention, right? But then. Disaster struck. Okay,
it was nuts. It was like right after we sat down, it was mad peaceful, and shit just went south so quickly.
We had just finished like figuring out how to sit.
Yeah,
like, we were like,
we moved everything. We sat down and we're like, great. Oh.
And then all of a sudden, thump, and then this fucking pink purse is like on the sidewalk, and I'm
window,
I'm eating a sandwich, right? You're still like preparing.
I was putting ketchup on my shit. Yeah. And but I saw it all happen. I saw him pull up and toss the shit out the window, and I was like. Put ketchup on my finger. I was like, "What's happening?"
It was so distracting. I feel like you got it on the wrong side.
Yeah,
of the
I missed most of it on the floor, and I was like, "Whoa!" Because I was paying attention to what was happening.
Yeah. So I'm eating my sandwich, and then I hear the thump, and I turn. I look at this young girl, girl, and I'm like, "Why? Like, what the fuck just happened?" And I feel like you caught most of it, right? You caught all of it between them, and then I'm like chewing, like I'm. Not like gracefully. I'm like killing this sandwich. This shit was mad good, and it was hot at the time.
Yeah, it was hot as fuck.
I was like doing that little like letting the steam out type shit. And she's yelling, and then she makes eye contact with me for some reason, and because I'm staring at this, and she's like, "Call the cops," and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then he's like, "Yeah, call the cops," and I was like, I look at Favorite, and I'm like, "Do I call them?" And you're like,
"Yeah."
You're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Hi." I start dialing the cops. I'm like, I'm waiting on the guy to answer, right? It's like 9 rings deep. And then the guy finally answers.
Operators, they usually pick up after like 2 rings.
So he picked up after 9 rings. And I'm like, for some reason, I'm like pretty good at reporting crimes, right? I'm like, hey, there is a domestic disturbance.
Which, by the way, it wasn't just people sitting in the car. They were yelling at each other and like.
Bro, they was holding up traffic.
Yeah, they were in the middle of the road yelling at each other.
It was like 9 cars deep.
And the guy was like trying to kick the lady out of his car for some reason, and she was refusing to get out of the car. So that's why he was like throwing shit out and like pushing her out of the car.
Like he like reached over to open the car door, and the door was like fucking like open to the max, open to the max. And she still had her seatbelt on, so she had to do that thing of like taking off her seatbelt. And
no, he was taking it off for her because she didn't want to get out the car, and he was like. Trying to get her. He's trying to like click it and like push her out, and she was like yelling back at him and shit. And that's when she's like, "Yo, call the cops!" Like he's putting his hands on me.
Yeah, and then he decks her, right? While I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone with the cops, and then she gets out and she's yelling, "He hit me! He hit me!" And I'm like, he just punched her. with the operator, right? I'm like, yo, he just punched her, and then she goes. I'm like, she's walking back towards the car, and then she spits on him. I'm like, she just spat on him, and I'm like, now he's driving away. I'm giving the police officer on the thing play by play. I'm like, oh, he just drove away, and she's out of the car, and then I'm still on the phone with the guy. And I'm like, damn, so now the guy drove off. Yeah, and I'm describing the vehicle after he drove off, right? I'm like, it's like a whitish, maybe like a CRV or like a RAV4 kind of car. And I said, oh, wait, never mind. He's back.
he turned back around like an idiot.
Came back. And
while the cops were being called on him like a fucking
they gave me the approval. They're like,
they told him to call
They're like, call the cops. Yeah, call them. And I was like, Payment? Yep. Okay. And I called the cops. And it's a BMW. X1 or something like that, XI, some shit like that, and X1 I think. And I'm like, oh, it's this car. This is the license plate. And he's like, oh yeah, we got somebody in the area. Just flag him down, and he'll handle the situation.
He was 2 cars behind.
Bro, the traffic that he caused on the way back, the cop car was right there. I was like, hey.
Yep. So he came back to pick up his girl that they just ended up fighting, and he like pulled up. But I think it was like such an abrupt stop in the middle of the road. It like halted the car. Like it wouldn't move. And he's like, get in the fucking car, like yelling at her.
And at one
point she starts walking towards the car, and I was like, ain't no way she about to get back in this fucking car after getting punched in the face. Like there's no way.
Toxic
she walked closer to like spit at him. What was it?
No, this is what I think happened. I think she walked towards the car.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yo, my car's not starting or something like that. He's like, yo, you see what your fucking dumbass did? My fucking car's not starting. I thought maybe that's what makes sense, because then she just walked out. She
walked over and then walked away. And I was like, what the fuck was that?
And so maybe she probably walked away like, yeah, serves you right, you fucking bitch. Like, fuck
so he got stuck in the middle of the road, so holding up traffic.
Big ass truck behind him too. Cop finally shows walking towards him, and
he's like starts banging on the window. He's like, come on, man. Like you're holding up traffic and you hitting women, bro. Like what are you doing? And he was like, oh, like my car's not moving. So the cop helps him like push it into like a parking lot or a hotel or something.
It looked like a hotel parking lot, yeah.
And so and then the guy started trying to flag me and Nando down to help him out. I was like, nah, dog, I'm not helping you at all, bro.
I'm not putting my name on that witness report.
I was like, I'm not. I don't want to be in court. I don't want to be questioned. I don't give a fuck about what's happening over there. I was like, if you come over here and try some shit, I will protect us. But I was like, keep me the fuck away from me, bro.
I finally, after talking to the cop, I sit down, eat my sandwich, enjoying the show.
I was eating it the whole time.
The crosswalk guy, who's like the school over there, comes over.
The school security crosswalk. He's
like, oh yeah, I heard that. I heard this. And I was like, yeah, that's crazy. And I was like, man, I'm just trying to enjoy my breakfast here. Like, he's like, oh, I was like, yeah, I got breakfast and a show. Yeah, like, it's an entertaining show. And we start laughing with the guy. Then he disappears. He like despawns. He
went back to his job, bro.
I'm like, where the fuck he go so fast?
The girl despawned. I don't know where the fuck she went. She, like, after she walked away from his car, she just kept walking.
Yeah.
And just disappeared.
We never
Even
saw
the cops were like, they started looking for her. They're like, down there.
She's gone. She was gone.
But yeah, more of the story, bro. If you
beat women,
you should probably not come to the scene of the crime back.
Yeah.
You should probably not. Just leave, bro.
Bro probably thought, oh, he's not on the phone with the cops.
It's just a scare tactic.
Bro was like, he probably was like, yo, see, we just caused a big ass mess. We got to get out of here. And then the car couldn't go. And then she was like, well, I'm going to walk away.
And the cop showed up and he's fucked.
So I hope she doesn't go back to him.
I think she will.
I hope she will.
Or maybe seemed like they were already beating each other before that.
My fairy tale dream of like maybe they got their shit together after this call and they get married and they're happily ever after.
That man decked her with no hesitation. They probably
bro, you know what's crazy?
I mean, in private.
I was on the phone and she was yelling, right?
Yeah.
And then I heard like a slight interruption.
It's like, and then she stops talking and you're like, oh fuck.
I was like, oh shit. I was like, he just punched her.
She took it like a champ though. She didn't make
she didn't make no pain face. She didn't cry. She was crying already beforehand. So
she just walked out the car
she just took it like a champ
and then spit on him.
Yeah. Like, again, she spit on him like 3 or 4 times. Like she didn't hit him back. She just kept spitting on him.
Yeah.
Which maybe is a strategic thing. Like I never put my hands on you. I spit on you.
The security guard said it was assault.
Yeah. I mean, this is technically true because it is like it's gotten out of hand. Like, that loophole of like you could just spit on somebody and then not have any consequences. So now it's considered assault. But battery is what we call what the guy did to her.
Like actually putting hands on somebody.
Connecting and hitting her. So hopefully she's okay. We never saw her again.
Nope.
But she fit check. I think it was like 8 out of 10 fit check. It was pretty casual, pretty nice.
Neon pink.
Yeah, yeah. No, but she had black pants. She had
See,
the little
I thought
purse.
they were all pink.
No, it was black pants.
I thought she was just a pink
black
at
like
that point.
velvet. You know that velvet material pants with the neon velvet material hoodie. I thought that was cool. She was dressed way flyer than the guy.
I never saw him get out the car.
Well, he just had like a hoodie on.
I literally never saw him get out the car.
Like flip flops. I'm like, how you being women? You flip flops.
When did he get out of the car?
When he had to move, he had to move the car.
Oh, I didn't see him get out.
I remember when he flagged us down. He's like, "Hey, come over here." And I was like, "Me?"
I just shook my head no. I was like, "No, bro, I'm not going over there."
I was like, "This guy?" I was like, "Did you want this guy?"
I wouldn't have helped him.
Nah,
if he called me over, I'm like,
yo, he beat the shit out of her.
I would have made things worse if he called me over.
Nah, but I definitely gave that police guy, the operator, a detailed breakdown
of everything that happened. So he can't really lie about it.
Yeah, I'm like,
but I mean, it all depends on her, right? So it's if she wants to press charges, or if she wants to even admit to the fact that he hit her, right? Because if they question her and she's like, "Oh, he didn't hit me," then what?
Then
there's no.
Then
proof.
we gotta go to court, Fabian. We gotta go.
This is just your word that I saw her get hit.
We gotta go.
No, I don't give a fuck about these random two people.
Fabian,
Let them figure it out, bro. That's none of my business.
Bro, they be figuring out all the time, getting the shit beat out of each other.
They probably
in the crib.
beat each other's ass in the crib. Yeah. They probably just be swinging at each other. So,
man, that was a
an eventful
crazy
morning.
moment. Yeah. I'm expecting the keys to the city after this.
I want my Purple Heart in the mail.
Yeah,
America. For saving her.
He was the watcher, making sure nothing else happened, and I was given the information like a sniper spotter duo. I was like, okay, this is happening, that's happening, boom, go ahead. But we never had to activate.
The man didn't even come near us.
He
stayed on the other side of the.
I feel like he was embarrassed, low key.
He didn't come near us at all, and the girl was near us. She was standing next to us.
I was gonna give her my juice, but then she despawned.
She was standing next to us crying on the phone, and then she just disappeared. Gone. Like, literally, in a blink of an eye, she was gone.
Gone with the wind, bro. I'm like, how you not spot her, though?
Yeah. She's wearing neon pink. That's what I'm saying. I was like, I don't know how the hell she disappeared without me, noticing.
Cops was like, damn, she, dipped.
Yeah.
Like, where did she go?
So.
I was going to give her my juice. I was like, hey, you want juice? For getting punched in the face?
Like, at first, I was like, oh, if she just gets out the car, she could probably just get an Uber and avoid all of this. But then it just kept escalating, and I was like, bitch, just get out the car, bro. Like, it's not even that serious no more.
I'm like, give me $10, I'll take you home.
But the thing is, then you might get into shit with the dude. He's like,
but you were there with me.
You taking my girl?
You were there with me.
I know, but still, to solve that problem with the least amount of
this is that would have been after I thought he left. I didn't think he was gonna spin the block and come back.
True.
Cause he came back quick.
I was like, it was 3 minutes that he was gone, and then he came back.
It was less than 2 minutes because the phone call itself was 2 minutes long. So he had to jerk off and then come back.
Yeah, he sped off too.
Yeah,
he sped off, went just straight, and something must have been like, damn, I should probably turn around. And then he came back.
He probably was like, yo, we took this too far. We shouldn't have brought it to this level.
Yeah.
Get back, but I think he wanted to communicate that. Hey, we're taking it too far. Come back. Late. But then he was like, "Get your ass in the fucking car now!" He was
yelling at her. Yeah.
I was like, "Damn, bro, why you so aggressive?"
And
then she started walking over there. I was like,
and that's what I was like, huh?
What the fuck?
Not only did he punch you in your mouth, he spoke to you like that. And you walked back to him. No wonder he's doing this shit openly in public. You just let this man treat you like this.
So I wonder what the fallout of that's gonna be.
Nothing if she doesn't report it.
I mean, but the guy was there. The cop was there.
Correct, but again,
he had to write some notes down.
They have to. She has to want to press charges
because
they weren't there, right? All they know is the call.
I was there.
Is they'll be like, well,
the call? That's what we're gonna make my documentary about. They're
gonna be like, hey, we got the call saying that you put your hands on this woman.
I'm a fucking hero.
Did you? And he's gonna be like, no, I didn't. And then they have to go to her and question hey, listen, we got a call that there was domestic whatever the
disturbance.
Fuck. Did he put his hands on you? And if she's like, no, he didn't. They're gonna be like, okay, and then just drop it and then walk away.
I saw it.
It don't matter if you
I saw her neck snap.
She has to be
her jaw went perpendicular with the floor, bro.
She has to want to get him in trouble. And
Did
if
you
she doesn't
see him
want him,
punch her?
I saw her hit him. Yeah.
Oh damn, that's crazy.
But I didn't think it was a hit. I thought it was a punt, a push.
Oh.
I didn't think he hit her. I thought he was trying to push her out the door. But after you were like, no, I saw him hit her. I was like, oh, that's what it was. I thought it was just him trying to push her out the door.
Nah, I thought he
I thought he was trying to mush her.
No, I thought he hit her one of these, like a quick one. like, get the fuck off my face, like, dumb shit. You know when you're playing with your friends, you're like, yo, get the fuck off me. But he actually, like, hit her in the mouth.
Yeah.
Because I was, like, talking, and I was like, he hit her. I want to hear that recording of the phone call.
Cops have it.
I know.
Because they record all those.
I would love to hear that. Because I feel like I was telling you on the drive out, y'all was really fighting that fight or flight. I was just getting ready. I was ready to go back in my car and leave because I didn't want to be part of this, bro.
Yeah. I feel that because it is just like getting involved in that type of shit. And they're like, oh, well, now you have to show up to court because you were involved. You were the witness and you wanted to do that. I don't want to do none of that. That seems like the most hassle of hassle things to do. So that's what I get.
I asked you for reassurance. I was like, should I call them?
Well, yeah. That we should do. If you see someone getting beat, call the cops. But don't get involved unless it's absolutely necessary.
He was like, yo, cross the street. And I was like, we're over here for a reason. We're on this side.
I'm not going to go help him. Fuck.
That shit was crazy. Honestly.
So that was our morning.
That was a shocking thing. That took a lot out of me. That's why I took a nap before this.
Really?
I was like, yeah, I did enough superheroing for today. If this was Gotham Knights, I only did my important crimes. So I didn't do any of the ones like, help. I'm like, I'm busy. I gotta go solve this.
I feel like I'm used to just people being fucking...
Getting beat around you?
Weird. No, just being weird. Not getting beat, but just being weird. Like, doing weird shit.
Yeah.
So, I was, like, drinking with some of my, like, female friends from work at a bar.
Women friends?
Yeah. Not girlfriends. Like,
Your women friends.
I don't have nobody. But,
Were you with male friends?
No, it's just me and females. And so at the bar, this guy wanted to get at some of the girls. They wanted to talk to them.
Like all of them?
I think of one or two of them. And
see, at that point, you just gotta just pick one and hope for the best. You can't be.
And so his in was to start insulting me. He was like, "Yo, you mad ugly. What do you do with these beautiful women?" I was like, "The fuck?
Whoa!"
I was like, "What the fuck did I do to you, dog?"
Time out, my man. Hold on.
I was like, "What?"
Hold up. They with me for a reason. These are my girlfriends.
I was laughing my ass off. I was like, "Yep, I'm ugly, bro. You're right.
You right. You caught me."
I was laughing my ass off.
You got me,
like,
bro.
That's funny, bro, that you think that. And he's like, the moment that he see like he couldn't press my buttons, he dropped it. Like he was like, "Oh, you're ugly," and he kept going. And I was like, "Yep."
He went. I kind of get the first one, right? Like it's like a haha. Okay, like you didn't really have to.
He
mean
kept
it.
going.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, "Nah, you're like you're for real ugly." I was like, "I got it, bro."
I'd be like, "Yeah."
I was like, "I got it, bro." And then he started talking to the girls like, "Don't you think he's ugly?" And they were like, "No." And he's like, And they were just like, and I was like, "All right, bro. Like, good shit. Like,
peace out."
Like, that's great on you. And no, we just sat across from him not across, but like next to him for a bit by the bar. And I was like, that's funny as hell that like he tried to get a reaction out of me. And I was like, I'm not giving you one, bro. I don't give a fuck.
He's like,
people are weird, bro. Yeah, people are weird. They want a reaction out of you sometimes. And if you don't give it to them, they like.
That's crazy.
They completely
like,
stop that
wanting to get a reaction out of a complete stranger. Like,
it makes people feel
I like
big.
getting reactions out of people, like, if I know them. But not like... But, like, that's like a different level of it. Yeah. But, like, people who get it out of, like, if we didn't know each other, I'm like, yo, you're fucking hideous, bro. Like, what do you do with these fucking magnificent Amazonian women, bro? Like, you're fucking ugly, bro. Like, you got a mirror at home? You got a cell phone?
The thing is that must have worked at least once.
And he thought, he's like, oh, that's
that it works.
But, like...
It must have worked at least one time for him that he's like, oh, I should keep doing it.
But why didn't he put it together like...
These people are obviously my friends.
No. Like,
they wouldn't just
like,
call me ugly.
Why am I alone? And why are there groups of girls with one guy? A lot. Well, where I go.
Usually I'm the green flag friend. Mm-hmm. So I'm the one that they bring around because they all feel safe around me. And they're like, oh, if Fabian goes, we'll all be cool. We're chilling. Nothing's going to happen.
We're good.
So that's usually why I'm there. But guys take it as like, I'm the obstacle. Like, I'm not going to let you hit on my friends.
Oh, you the gatekeeper.
Yeah, like, I'm the one that's going to be like, nah, you can't hit on none of the girls. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Would you?
No. Unless the girl was, like, actively like, yo, get this guy away from me, then yeah, I'll get in.
Like, is there, like, a signal she would give you? Or just, like a
look. Like, get him away from me type
got
shit.
It, you know the
like, I'll come in between them. Like, what's up, guys?
What's up?
I just, like, sneak in and, like, then I'll cock block. But otherwise, I don't care. If you want to mac on one of my homegirls and they're cool with it, go for it, bro. It's none of my business.
Now I know.
It's none of my business.
Hang out with Fabian
But
more.
if my homegirl's not feeling you and they want you gone, I'm gonna make you go.
But I'm fine. But I'm your boy.
I know.
You gotta choose sides, Civil War type shit.
No, I wouldn't choose sides. I'd be like, that's my boy. They'd be like, your boy's
Bucky.
weird, bro. Get him away from me. And I'll come to you and I'll be like, hey, yo, Nando, chill the fuck out, dog. You're being weird.
I've been like, this is just me.
I'm like, you need to bring you down a little bit, bro. You scaring the women.
You scaring the bitches. Oh, you scaring the hose away? Mm-hmm. Anyway, favorite, I've got an agenda here today, but we've been talking for like almost 40 minutes.
That's what happens when you talk to me, bro.
I like where we're headed today. So I'm gonna try to hit one or two of these that I've got written down, and maybe we could do a little part 2 to this episode. But I'm gonna skip over one section completely, and I'm gonna ask you this one question. It's like a 2-part question, but the whole thing is together. Okay. Would you go back in time for any reason? It's the first part. Okay. And the second one says, think of the worst thing that's ever happened to you, and would you go back to stop it?
Damn.
Yeah, it's a heavy.
Would I go back in time and change anything?
For any reason, that's the first part. For any reason, anything whatsoever. It could be your.
Will I have the knowledge of the future, or no?
You right now
would have
would go back,
and I would have my knowledge from now, or would I just be reset to that time?
No, you're gonna go back in time,
and I would just have the knowledge. That
and
I was at that
you
time.
would. You're there. You're not going back in time to that previous self.
Okay, so I would.
So you're not 12-year-old Fabian. You're yourself looking at 12-year-old Fabian.
Oh.
Yeah. So you're exploring in there, like.
If I can go back in time and change anything, I probably would. Can I speak to myself, or is that not allowed?
I'll allow it.
I would probably talk to myself. Teach him a lot of things that I learned about depression, anxiety, how I deal with it. Teach him that, like, stop being so fucking stuck up. I was a stuck kid. Yeah, dude. Like, drugs and alcohol, I was like so against it because I grew up in a very
should be
very like
should be.
How do I explain, like, where my drugs were considered, like, even weed was like, oh no, absolutely not. And then
drugs are bad.
Alcohol wasn't that bad, but I didn't drink till I was.
They're all pretty bad.
No, I'm saying, like, in my family's point of view, like, to them, alcohol isn't bad. They would give, like, my 12-year-old self a drink.
It's all bad.
But myself didn't like it. I'd probably, just try to teach him a lot of the things that I've learned today that's made me a much happier person. Because a lot of my younger years, I was super depressed and super, like, anxious about everything. And I didn't know how to deal with a lot of the stuff that I was going through, It was a lot of therapy that I had to go through to learn all the things that I know now. So if I could go back and give him the shortcut or the cheat code to be like, yo, listen, this is what we have to be doing. And if we work towards this, we could probably be here when we get, like, if I knew how to.
Sooner. We could
exactly.
Be here
like,
sooner.
if I knew how to deal with everything that I know how to deal with now at a much younger or earlier age in my life, I would be a much better person. A much more rounded person, I would say. Because there's still things that I'm working on today.
Better person in your eyes, or better person because you think you actually be a better person?
Well, I wouldn't know. I think I would like to think I'm a good person currently.
I think you're a good person.
But
I think it's because of the shit.
That's what I'm saying, and a lot of it is because of all the shit that I went through, right? So those experiences did build me as Fabian as I am today. But if I had to choose something to go back in time and teach a younger version of myself, it would be those things to then see the product, see how much better of a person I can be, or the different choices I would have made because I wasn't stressing about how I felt, or the fact that I felt like I couldn't do things, or whatever the case may be that depression was doing to me at the time.
So is your answer the same for the second part? Think of the worst thing that's ever happened to you, and would you go back to stop it? So one event, the worst thing.
I would,
go back? Yeah. Which is it?
Probably trying to take my life.
The first time?
I'd take it back.
The first time?
Anytime. I feel like if I can go back in time and be like, hey, we don't have to go there. Like, we can find other alternatives. Then absolutely I would. But at the same time, it's built me as who I am today. I value life way more.
So if you would have gone back to the first time, do you think if you stopped yourself then, would there have been a second time?
Probably because I was a kid.
Like, it's just in the cards.
I was a kid and I didn't. It felt like the only out. And as much as people explained to me, even if it was myself from the future telling me that, like, oh, it gets better, bro. Like, you can get through it. At that time, I probably wouldn't have listened. But if I could change it, I would, But again, I don't know who or what that Fabian would be if none of those experiences happened to him, right? So I don't know. But it'd be interesting to find out,
I would,
to see, like, another version of yourself.
I would go back in time.
Can get rid of all the trauma. And see how great of a person
I never thought of your way, like, to talk to myself. I think I would just go back and
win the lottery.
No. Like be Santa.
Be
Like,
Santa.
Like just drop like random gifts.
Oh, to yourself?
To myself or to my mom. Just
That's
like,
actually really smart.
Like just like.
Your
Like,
younger
what
kid,
the fuck is this PS5?
You're like, damn, I really wanted a pair of sneakers and I never got it because I was poor. And then your future self is like, here you go, dog.
Yeah. Or like a toy that I see myself wanting, and my mom puts it back. Then I go sneak over there and pay for that shit. Put
it in the cart.
Yeah, I pay for it, and it's like, and the lady's like, oh no, it's already paid for. And my mom's like, what? What do you mean it's already paid for? That's a good answer. Yeah. I think I'll do that. Like just like. Or like not even like toys and shit, but like necessities too, like things we need in the house. Like now that I'm older, like we're getting older, I'm like, damn, we need some paper towels in this fucking house. Like drop.
I didn't know any of that as a kid. Them shit used to just show up.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're out of paper towel, and the next day we had more. I'm like, sick. Maybe, as a kid, not knowing nothing.
Maybe with the future self, you dropping off the paper towels.
My mom just buying it on the low without ever telling us.
Yeah, I think I'll do that, like necessity shit, just to take off like.
That's a good answer. You know what? Yeah, I'd probably go back in time and help my mom out. Yeah, you know, be like, here, mom. I know we're struggling. I remember this time. I'm like, here you go, dog. I'll be your sugar daddy.
He's like,
no sugar though. I wouldn't touch my mom's. That's weird.
Yeah, that's some back.
Just money, bro. But yeah, that would be my answer.
I would do that too. I'd be like, bing, like here's 1,000 rolls of toilet paper.
Those are good. And if you go back in time, shit is cheaper. So you're probably even more rich.
Yeah.
If you go back in time with the current money that you have.
It's like if you're present day going to another country
because the inflation hasn't hit yet. Yeah. So that's crazy. Yeah.
I'll do that. I'll for sure do. I'll take myself to Disney.
Yeah. You can do mad shit. Yeah. Bro, I would probably look so cool as a kid.
I'd be like, I would go to my school and be like,
I'd probably look like the rich kid in my class. We're
picking a random kid to take to Disney, and then I'll pick myself because I know my name.
Fernando Ramos. Can I get him?
Yeah.
Just confuses shit like you don't know who he is.
Yeah, take the family to Disney. I think that'd be cool to do.
Still have never been.
I haven't been either.
Really?
And they're closing the Star Wars hotel. Did you know that?
Damn, I never even got to go on
it. It was $5,000 a night. So I don't think you would have
ever
ever gone on that shit.
I would have never went on it.
$5,000 a night for
and
2 people.
No amenities? I have to still buy food and stuff?
Everything is provided, right?
Oh, okay.
On the weekdays.
So
if you wanted a weekend ticket, it's more money.
That's crazy.
So it's a minimum like $5,000.
And they shut it down because no one was buying them?
They shut it down because they said it was a massive success. They learned so much from it. Innovative technology. That's what they quoted the reasoning for closing it. Yeah. They're like, we're going to take this and we're going to do it with other things. So they originally opened up the Star Wars hotel, but it wasn't all Star Wars.
It
was a new trilogy. So
I remember
it was like BB-8 shit, like First Order.
Well, when they first did Batu or whatever.
Yeah, that was the hotel.
Okay.
So what I'm thinking is A, they didn't make enough money from it. B, they may actually want to do shit like that, but like maybe like Cinderella or like regular all of Star Wars.
They probably have to drop the price though.
Marvel.
Because as successful as they said they weren't selling that much tickets.
No, but the thing is, there's trips planned for 2024, 2025, for the hotel, and so
the people who were on it.
Yeah, so they gave them the whole month of May to reschedule because they're gonna close in like September or something this year. So they gave them the whole month to reschedule all these trips firsthand if they wanted to or not.
Yeah.
And then so if you want to go visit the hotel, you need to book a trip.
Did they drop the price?
No. It is the same exact price.
Even after they're about to close, they haven't dropped the price at all? No. You know how much more customers they would have gotten by the end if they dropped it?
They're just going to
like close. $2,000 a night instead of $5,000?
Yeah, but then they're going to be like,
bro, that's more than my rent a month. Do you know how expensive that is? That's nuts.
Yeah. So
$5,000 a night? If you got that type of money, bro, you living large because that's crazy.
That's true.
That's crazy amount of money.
Do you know the channel Star Wars Theory on YouTube?
Bald guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Buff guy.
Yes.
So he was explaining the closure, right? He was talking about it on his stream and made it a YouTube video. And he was like, if they lowered the price to like $3,000, right? And they made it like you don't even have to be like it doesn't even have to be a good experience. It could be like, like those VR.
Like the Royal Caribbean, but with Star Wars.
It could be like the, VR rooms where it's like all screens. Yeah. Like all screens. Like you could just do that and then change it from like the light side of the Force, the dark side. Like you can interact, right?
Yeah.
that's as far as it can go, and people would still pay $3,000 to go do that.
Absolutely. Star Wars fans would.
Especially because children, if you take children there, like they give them an experience. You make your own lightsaber. You get your little robes.
No, you're thinking about two different things.
So no, he was talking about that. That was part of it. That was part of it. So you would go in as like a Jedi.
Yeah.
And only a Jedi. Like you didn't have a chance to be a Sith or anything else. But it was like if you did those experiences with like, let's say, that's just a bounty hunter edition, or like. Imperial Academy.
Create your own little story on the ship. I mean,
it wasn't a ship; it was a hotel.
They kind of have it, but the whole point of the hotel, right, is that you were supposed to be on board a galactic star cruiser, right? So it's supposed to be like you're on a cruise, but in space.
Yeah.
So all the windows are like LED screens into space.
But the rooms itself were not that good looking.
I've seen a few of them; they look pretty cool.
Like the room you get for the base price, it's like
one big bed and then 2 bunk beds, right?
It looks like a big bed, but it's just long-ish, so it's not wide. It might be like a twin width, but like a queen like length.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So it's an oddly shaped bed, but it's like because it's Star Wars, it's like it's supposed to be that way.
Yeah.
But he was saying if you do the light side, like Jedi training, you do Sith training, you do bounty hunter training, you do Imperial training, that you could get one family to come 3 or 4 times a year.
Exactly.
Because if they're like, oh, the kid wants to do Jedi training,
but because
and then he sees the Sith thing, he's like, oh, can we do the Sith thing? He's like, oh, next time, and then you get another vacation booked in like 3 months, right? And then he's like, oh, when is the bounty hunter thing? Another one like 3 months. And he's like, that's a more sustainable plan than fucking making it $5,000 a night for adults.
Yep.
Because it says for 2 people, so.
Because originally they had that plan when they made the like Star Wars land, right? It was supposed to be like interactive and characters walked around and spoke to you.
I think that's the part of the park, though. That's the
but that's what I'm getting to it. So that was originally their plan for that part of the park, but because it was too ambitious and they were like, oh, we can't do all of that. And it was during COVID, they scaled it back, and so the ship was supposed to be the
icing on the cake, like the
best
to do with circumstances.
Yeah, like everything that we promised in the land that we couldn't get done, you can absolutely do it in the ship. So you can dress up as whatever character you want. You can play whatever you can. Basically, like in the land, at least, like the Star Wars land, you can't really walk in as Anakin. They'll be like, you can't do that. Like you literally can't be dressed as Anakin at a Star Wars park where it wouldn't have made sense, and like they tell you to change. But on the ship, you could play Anakin and they'll all address you as Anakin and shit. Like that was the whole point of the ship. And it was also like little bits and pieces of that, like you get to choose your own adventure on the ship. The characters interact with you, but it wasn't enough for the price that they were giving, right? Like for the amount of people that were on that ship and the amount of crew, it's not. You're never gonna get that one-on-one for everybody, right? There's gonna be people in that amount of people on that ship that don't get that one-on-one that is worth that $5,000. That's worth that price of admission for those beautiful adventures and beautiful like memories that your kid will make, right? Because it's just not possible. And they're not doing what you're saying, right? They're not making multiple story arcs for you to go on. It's like the same story arc, the same 3 story arcs for every single passenger, and you all go on them. Right, and you get to choose whether you want to be a good guy and help the Rey and Chewbacca, or be a bad guy and help Kylo Ren and the First Order, and that's it.
There's no reason to come back.
No,
like no reason. To come
None.
Back.
There's no replayability, like you said, in the Star Cruiser. Like if you, I guess you can go back and buy the more expensive room and the more expensive food.
But then why didn't you do that in the first place?
Maybe you couldn't afford it.
No, but I'm saying like if you're gonna go back, so might as well now you've doubled. You know, like you spend your $5,000 and now you spend your $10,000. Now you're $15,000 for the same thing.
Same thing 3 times.
But you got it twice. Like so, it sucks.
So yeah, I think it's a failure.
I do think they did learn like the innovation, the technology to do stuff like that.
From what I've heard, I've never been on it. From the people who have been on it and reviewed it, they make it feel a lot like you're on a spaceship. Like it does feel like
the hydraulics.
The hydraulics, the wind, the cooling, and the way that they like
when you open a door,
traverse you, like shit like that. So and when you're going onto it, instead of just like walking into a hotel, they put you in like an elevator, and the whole elevator's LEDs. It's like you're getting shot up into space to board the ship.
That's funny.
So it's a lot of things like that are super cool and innovative that they should use for whether that be rides or other cruises or other hotels.
The Star Wars cruise would be a good idea.
That was the whole point of
whole
this one,
thing. Yeah,
right? It was supposed to be the Star Wars cruise, but
no, but an actual cruise
and something
like
that actually
cruiser.
moves, yeah, for sure, because
That'd
it wasn't moving. It was standing completely still. It was all hydraulics that made it seem like it was moving. And when it would hit like hyperspace every few once in a while, it hit the and everybody on the ship would get pushed back a little bit, and then make it feel
That
like you
just
were in
happens
it.
on a cruise normally.
But
You just start flying
fake,
if the waters get a little bit
fake.
rough.
I've seen videos. I would have gone if it wasn't so fucking expensive. If it was $25K a month, or sorry, like a whole trip, like let's say for like the weekend, $25,000 for the room, things included. I'm like, all right, cool.
25,000?
Yeah.
You mean 2,500?
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
I was like, you didn't even want to pay the 5,000.
I'm
bro.
lying. I didn't mean 2,500. Like 2,500.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's why you're dyslexic in your brain,
I'm
bro.
really dyslexic
like
with
you be
numbers.
confusing yourself.
I'm so bad with numbers. But yeah, if it was like that and I could walk around, enjoy it, I would do it. I would go in. Same with Star Wars Land. Like, it looked so cool to me when it first opened, but now watching videos on it, I'm like, oh, they haven't changed shit. Like, everyone is still having the exact same experiences as the day that they opened up, and nothing's been added besides new merch. That's all we're doing is adding new food and new merch. You're not innovating the land like you said you wanted to do. It's just not worth it. To me, I'd rather just go to Epcot and fucking eat everything.
Epcot? What's that?
Epcot is that big circle, big golf ball thing, and it lights up. And then, like, they have, like, little...
like different
spots where like
food.
each one is a different country, so it'd be like Mexico, Japan, Italy, Greece, and like each one has their own specific foods and drinks, and you can walk around and like drink around the world or eat around the world.
25,000, shit, I'm gonna have the time of my life.
But no, that's cheaper. Epcot is cheaper.
I said 25,000.
I know what you're doing.
Okay, Fabian, I got another question on deck.
What's
okay. $10 million right now.
Yes.
But there's a snail chasing you. I know you've seen this prompt on like
do
TikTok or Instagram for the rest of your life, and if it touches you, you die. Yeah. Just remember, you can't.
Do you know where this originated from?
No, but you can't kill the snail. It knows where you are at all times.
I know the rules.
Its only purpose in life is to find you.
I was one of the first people who heard these.
Okay, but listen, I want to know what's your plan? What's
My
your game
plan?
plan? Yeah. I want you to break it down for me.
That's my game plan.
Like what you gonna do.
Where does it start? Does it start like right in front of me? Or
No, it starts with, let's say I'm the banker. You're about to get $10 million from me, right? I'm on my little computer. Click clap, click clap. I'm like, you want this in your account or you want it in cash? The snail is chilling right here.
Okay.
He's just chilling.
Okay.
So you say
the moment you hit enter.
No, okay. So yeah. So you want it in cash or you want it
whatever. I don't care.
in your bank account?
Bank account.
No, because this.
I don't want to carry things. It's
okay. So boom, I hit enter. Bam, it's in your account. And then we shake hands. I'm the banker. I'm like, now my client here will chase you for the rest of life. Yep. And this is where it starts. And okay, now after this moment, what do you do?
All right. So first things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move immediately, really far away. It's gonna take that snail a while to get to me. So wherever I started, go the fuck across.
We're starting in this room.
In Jersey?
Room. Yep.
So what's the furthest country from Jersey? In the States.
You mean the farthest state from Jersey?
Because I don't want to leave
Alaska.
the States. Alaska? Probably move to Alaska, right? And then when he finally meets me at Alaska, take a jar, put him in a jar, close it, keep him as a pet forever. He can't get the fuck out that jar. He's not a magic snail. He's just a snail. And now I got the money and the snail, and then I can just move wherever I want and just keep him in that fucking jar.
In Antarctica with this snail?
Yeah.
Its only purpose in life is to get you.
I know.
So it's going to be ambitious, even though it can only go like 0.1 miles
I know,
an hour.
that's what I'm saying. But how long would it take for it to start at Jersey and get to Antarctica without travel?
You probably got like
a few years on me, right?
Yeah, but what if it does like hitch on like a plane or something?
If it hitches on a plane and it gets to me,
then like your shit, the time you thought maybe like 100 years, right? Maybe that's cut down to like 25 years. And all of a sudden you're caught slipping.
I wouldn't be caught sleeping. That was really bad English, but I wouldn't be caught slipping because I now know that there's a snail hunting me. So I'm gonna be alert of all snails, bro. All snails, it don't matter.
Nah, this one is.
I can't kill it.
This one is no, but you can be killing the snails. I'm like, okay, that wasn't him.
So I can kill other snails. Just not him.
I mean, yeah.
But I wouldn't take the chance.
But this one is invincible. You can't die. You can't kill him. You can't die.
I know he can't die.
Yeah.
But I can trap him.
You could trap him, but like.
Put him in a jar.
Till the jar falls over and shatters.
It doesn't have to be glass. It could be a plastic jar.
What kind of jar? Plastic jar?
Yeah. And he can't die, so he can't suffocate.
I don't
so I
know.
I don't even have to be.
I think
I don't gotta be nice about it. I could just keep him in a jar. He won't die.
You're cool. You're like thinking it like.
This is what I take. I take a plastic jar, put it over him, do one of these. You know when you got bugs, and then put the top on. Click it, turn it, start duct taping that motherfucker. Duct tape it all the way around. Keep duct taping it, and then keep it in like the freezer.
Okay.
And just keep it there until I move.
This is an updated to the scenario I saw. Okay. So somebody else added this caveat.
You can't capture him.
No.
Oh.
You don't die until he touches you.
Okay.
So this is a lifelong game. So you only die.
So I'm immortal till he touches me.
You're immortal until he touches you.
So I'm definitely keeping him in the jar.
Yeah, but he has the willpower to trap you. It might take him 1,000 years.
How would he trap me in a jar?
No. I meant to break out. Sorry.
Oh.
It might take him 1,000 years to break out. But he's eventually gonna break out. That's no doubts. No doubts about that.
In 1,000 years, they probably made better plastic, dog, and I'll put him in a new plastic jar, and I'll keep doing it.
So you just gonna be waiting until it cracks open? You're like, gotcha, bitch.
I'm not gonna wait the 1,000 years, but when I'm like, it's been a while since I checked up in the freezer with that snail. And I'm going to go in and be like, that plastic jar is kind of deteriorated. I should probably get another one.
Another plastic jar. Okay, so you think, like, once you trap them,
like, every 50 years, I'm going to keep looking into that freezer and be like,
Well, what if you just call somebody? Your grandchildren?
You're right. If I'm rich, I could just have an assistant be like, yo, watch this fucking snail for me for the rest of your life.
Like, hey, you got your inheritance, right? Do me a favor, check in the freezer, see if that snail is still in there. If it is, just put another. Put
it in a new jar. Duct tape that jar.
Yeah.
Dig it in the ground. Do whatever you got to do. Just make sure it doesn't get out.
Dig it in the ground is gonna be tough because there's moisture in the ground, and it'll deteriorate
that would definitely
the plastic.
break. Yeah.
So
keep it in the freezer.
They already got caught slipping right there.
No.
What if the power go out?
It don't need to be cold. It's just in there because I know it will be in there.
But it's gonna break out eventually.
How?
If the power goes out and it's not cold, because I feel like the cold is
it's
slowing
a duct
it down.
tape plastic jar. How's
it's gonna chew its way out of it, bro.
What type of teeth you think snails got, dog?
I don't know, but he's trying to kill you. If he could kill you with one touch,
but that's only because
you don't think he could violate your life?
No, you're making the snail supernatural. You said it was a basic snail, but it had a magical power.
But how come he not dying?
It had the magical power. It had magical power to not die and to kill me on touch, right? And because of that, I then inherit a magical power to not die.
Yeah, you don't
and I die being touched.
He's not going to use his abilities.
But then, can I just start murdering people by touching them? What do you mean? I'm immortal now because of the snail. I'm not magical.
You could do that, but you'll go to jail.
But I'm not magical.
But now you're trapped in one place, giving him some time to get out of the prison you put him in.
I wouldn't let him out.
No, but now you're in prison for killing all those people.
Who? I'm not killing nobody.
You just said, what if I just kill all these people? And I'm like, well, then you'll go to jail.
I'm saying, you're saying like, oh, he's magical.
He's going to get out no matter what. That's the point of the situation. You have to be on the run.
Put salt on him. He'd die.
Oh, you can't kill him, you dumbass.
But it hurt him. Does he feel pain?
You're like,
I can torture him? Like, if you get out, motherfucker,
bro said,
put a salt bed around.
Bro said, I'm going to dedicate my whole life, my savings, to make sure you don't get out of there.
Vault,
you don't get out of there.
Put him in the ice cold vault. Lock that motherfucking vault. Put a bed of salt all around that. So even if he get out, he going to have to crawl, and it's going to be painful the whole time.
You about to make the John Wick of snails.
I don't give a fuck.
After he break out, he going to be like,
He's not going to get me.
Because you're both.
He's not gonna get me till I want him to get me. Until I'm bored of life. I've been living for so fucking long. I'm like, fuck it. Someone open the vault. I'm touching the snail. I'm bored. I want to die now. He's gonna be like, finally.
What if y'all start talking? Start talking about life.
He speaks.
What if he's?
What? You giving him conscience? Now I don't want to do it. Now I feel bad. You told me it was just a snail. Now you're telling me it's a snail with a conscience.
Maybe. I don't know. There's one person was like, can I reason with the snail? She was like, why is this a vengeful snail? What did I do to it?
It's his job.
It's his job.
It was trained to do this.
After you shook my hand, he was like...
And there's an army of them, so everyone gets the deal. And he just has a bunch of snails on his desk, and you're assigned to one snail.
Yeah, one snail. That's crazy.
And if you trap your snail, he can call for backup, right?
Yeah, imagine.
He can call the backup snails to break them out.
And then you're like, oh, look at the snail. You start killing it. It's like, fuck, is that dumb?
They're all immortal. But yeah, that'd be my backup plan. I just keep it in a vault, an ice cold vault, and then a bed of salt.
Bed of salt.
So if it gets out, he's gonna hurt himself.
Do you want to hear the most ridiculous answer I heard of this situation? This guy was like, I'm gonna get a 1x1 cube of pure steel.
Okay.
And embed him in the steel. Throw him in the ocean.
Okay.
It'll take him like maybe like 1,000 years to break out of that. And by the time,
how would he break out?
That I don't know. That's part of the scenario that he's
what
able to do.
What type of
that.
magic is this snail?
I don't know, bro. But
Can,
you just got $10 million easy for doing nothing, bro.
Through steel and swim all the way back up to you.
I don't know. That's just
magic,
that's the scenario, right? He's like, I'm gonna do that, and in 1,000 years, I'll have it. Like, I'll have the money, and I'll have the power to like go to a different planet, and then.
How the fuck is he going space travel?
And then if he can figure out how to chase me after that, then I'll just go to another planet, and then I'll go to another planet.
No, he deserves it. If he just figures out how to get off Earth to the other planet and get me, I'm like, you got it, dog.
He just gets on the rocket.
I'm like, touch me, dog.
He just gets on a rocket and just.
But
waits.
how would he stand to stick on a rocket?
No, he goes inside the rocket.
Who would let him in?
No one's gonna notice a snail. Just like
you would notice a snail. They're not that fucking sneaky.
I don't know, bro.
They're slow.
People don't look up. People don't look up.
People
don't look down, bro.
I look down at my feet when I walk.
That's because you walk with shame.
No, I just look down on my feet because it helps me walk straight.
Nice shoes.
It helps me walk straight.
He said, I got nice shoes. Okay, last question, Faber. Last question. Before we wrap up the show. I've got 2 questions here, and I want you... I've got 3. Okay. And there's go 1, 2, 3, and I want you to choose one of the numbers. 1, 2, or 3, and then I'll ask you that specific question.
Okay.
So which one? 2? It says, what did your parents teach you about love?
Nothing.
Oh, damn.
Nah, that's cap.
Yeah, hit us with it.
That's a very loaded question because in one sense of the word, my mother taught me all about how to love and how to show people that I love them and how to unconditional love, because my mom loves me unconditionally, and it shows me that you absolutely can love somebody unconditionally, and that it's possible. But also, my mom has been in terrible relationships, one after another, and I don't think she's had a successful relationship. So I don't know what love.
Post this. What your mom follows us.
What love looks like in the most healthiest way. If I could put it anyway. Yeah. To me, love has always been so toxic, yelling, arguing, and that's because that's what I grew up around, right? That's what I knew. And whether that be from my mom or my dad, who was a slut.
Oh wow. An absolute whore.
So I don't. My mom taught me unconditional love and taught me how to be a loving person and be a nurturing person, and I will always love her for that. But healthy, loving relationships, I've had to learn that on my own.
Damn.
You?
Okay. For me, I think we brought it up on the Selena's episode where I was like, I noticed how my mom lived her life when my dad left. And I was like, I knew to myself, I was like, when I eventually get married or be with somebody, and I do have a child or not, I would not want to make that person feel like how my mother probably felt.
Yeah.
And so I think that's how I kind of shaped my relationships.
Yeah.
Especially with people who feel like that already. Like, not to say that like I have a type in that way, but like
toxic is his type. So if you're toxic, hit him up.
No, but just a lot of my things is just to reassure people to an excessive amount because I feel like a lot of people need that to that extreme. Yeah. And so it's more like intentional to be like that way. Like, hey, like we're good. Yeah. Like I feel good in this relationship or like I'm happy with you or anything like that. Yeah, just like it's just stating things that probably don't need to be stated. Yeah. Like,
but sometimes it does. Yeah. Sometimes it does need to be stated.
So I feel like I'd rather overstate than understate.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
If I just go like one time like, hey, I had a lot of fun today.
Yeah.
Or
that
like,
person's gonna think that every time you hang out, they probably don't accept.
Yeah, exactly. Or like if we go to Target, I'm like, hey, I had a lot of fun at Target today. Yeah. And then they're like, oh. Wow, we had fun at Target. Gotcha. Or if we go like to the post office or something, like, man, I had a fun at the post office.
That's good.
Some shit like that. So, I think that's how it's kind of shaped. Yeah. The way I view it, the way I would act on it.
I agree in a lot of the sense. Also in the point where you're like, oh, like I saw how my mom was treated, and I always told myself like, oh, I won't be that person.
Yeah.
Because I never want to see the stuff that my mom had to go through. I never want to put someone through the same type of pain, whether that be cheating or whatever the hell my mom had to go through. I don't want to put her business on blast, but you know, like all that stuff has made me a better man because I'm like, I never want to be those types of people.
Yeah, I don't want to do that
to other people.
Exactly.
So yeah, for sure. So yeah.
Well, yeah, Fabian, that was this week's IdleTalk.
Thank you for listening, bro.
We hung out, we chatted, we lived, laughed, loved, cried.
See, did we cry?
No, I'm just saying. All the topics. We had a wide variety of topics today.
Yes. Yes.
Just follow us on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. If you go into the YouTube search bar, you put @IdleTalk Pod. That's the easiest way to find us. Same thing as the Instagram @IdleTalk Pod.
You put @ I just type
on YouTube,
and I find us.
No, because when I'm on like private browsing and I put it won't pop up.
Does mine pop up because it knows that I liked and
yeah.
So it like just recommends
so
it.
Just
that makes a lot of sense.
So if this is your first time going on YouTube, hit that @ sign IdleTalk Pod. Makes it easier.
But once you click on it and like it, you'll probably get it most.
Like all the videos, so YouTube knows, and then
you'll get
you'll be seeing our bullshit from time to time.
I see it all the time. I can't go on any social media app without seeing my face on it, bro.
That's crazy.
Like anyone I go on it, I'll see my face and I'm like, ugh. And I have to like it because it's my shit. But then I'm like, this guy
bro looks at himself. He's like, ew.
Exactly.
Ew, who's that guy?
And then it recommends me more of my shit. I'm like, stop, bro. I don't want to see myself this often.
Listen to the minis. We got a lot of minis coming up. We might make some today. We might figure it out. We might make some with Fabian. I've been putting out minis. So yeah, we'll see you the next time. We might have guests soon. Secret guests. Stay tuned. By the time you hear this, we already got Omar out. Omar's episode will be out. So I have not revealed that. I'll post the promo today.
You didn't reveal it?
No, I put Mystery Man. That's the type of the title of
I
this.
saw you post a clip of though.
No,
oh no, you sent me the promo.
I sent you the promo.
That's what it was.
Yeah. I think I might post it tonight.
I saw it. Yeah. But that's what it was.
I'll post it tonight. But peace, love, amor.
I'm shutting that off, bro.